I checked my schedule. Go to Miami.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Brad?
Second week of training here at Nike is in the books, and my man is putting in some extra work on his own because that is how you stay a household name.
So let's get to the intro.
If you haven't heard the name Jordan Wright yet,
The eyes of the college football world have descended upon this grand palace, this Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight, it's the second of our two semifinal matchups in the college football playoffs, as it'll be the USC Trojans taking on the Miami Hurricanes. For the right to play in next Monday's national championship game in Miami, we are underway here in New Orleans. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Gregory. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gregory. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The USC punter out there now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. Well, we've seen this young man really put together a tremendous career at the collegiate level. I mean, this season alone, almost 1,800 yards, better than 100 yards a game. He has been a force in leading his guys to the semifinal.
Well, partner, you and I both know that the thought process in the league in recent years has been don't spend a high draft choice on a running back. You can get an excellent runner in the middle to late rounds. Heck, even a free agent sometimes emerges. But in this case, watching him play with his talents, I have no doubt that a team with conviction may take him in the top 5 in this draft. Put the ball in his chest, stand back, and enjoy the results.
Well, that student section wasn't alive. They are alive and well now. That chunk play woke them up. It is starting to get really, really loud in here as this offense is on the move here in the 1st quarter. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. To throw on 2nd and 6. Daniel throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They turn to Ruggins.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. There to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They'll try and throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Gregory over the middle, complete. That's Gonzalez. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Gregory. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to give that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The USC punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
He put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the 2nd half of this semifinal matchup. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Back to throw, Daniel. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They go play action with Daniel. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Daniel. Flushed out right.
Keep going, keep running, man.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. To throw, it's Daniel. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. The Hurricanes looking like they're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, they can catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 1st down, Ragland. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gregory, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Daniel. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st down, Gregory. And this is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gregory. It's caught to Charles. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll look to throw again. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Gregory. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. All right, they're going to try to keep alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24, Gregory. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. On 3rd down, Gregory. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. Daniel going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Led by a
I say in the stream. I'm gonna do this. Well, but that's in the stream. I know finish. I'm gonna do part